Alright, welcome back to Shaving with Fuzzy. I'm Fuzzy, how y'all? Hope y'all doing alright. Thursday evening, which means we're working a night shift tonight. Hooah, to me, yes, night shift. These are the shifts you are searching for, yes. So anyway, there we go. Got me a nice little stainless cup of the Louisiana dark roast, or it's a medium dark roast with chicory. So that's a good way to start the day. So anyway, I have actually attempted to make a couple of videos this week and something has gone wrong both times. Either the camera quit or I got a phone call and for some reason it shut down or whatever. So hopefully we get through the day without any problems we're going to see. So instead of trying to use the same razor I had been using, which was the VC4 here, which I will get back to, we're going to see if we can cut the jinx and use something different. But I still want to stick to the Valet razors because that's what we're doing, is some videos on Valet razors that someone had asked about. So for today's video, dug around in the back of my shelf and came up with some Erasmic shave stick. And I think they reformulated this here somewhere back. This is still, it's got a nice scent to it. This is still the tallow-based formula. I think they reformulated it and it's no longer tallow-based, or maybe I remember that, maybe I don't. I'm not real sure. But, you know, made in the UK. And one of the UK guys, I'm sure, will speak up and let us know if I'm correct in the fact that it's been reformulated. I think I remembered it was reformulated and a lot of people didn't like it as much. People don't like change. I'm one of the ones that don't like change. I don't like when you move my cheese. You know what I mean? I just don't. It's just me. So the Jayaruh 298. I don't think I've used this one very much when I got it. It's a synthetic knot, kind of a horse looking knot. I think that's supposed to be a synthetic horse. That's what I bought it for. But he did a beautiful job on the handle. A couple of different color woods there, and it's just a really beautiful brush that hasn't been getting enough use for some reason. So we're going to start to remedy that. And then we're going to finish everything up today with the Clubman Classic Vanilla, because I think it goes good with the Erasmic here. Erasmic, I don't know, correct me. Alright, so today we're going to use a VC2. This was a $1 million razor. Got your little box here and it had the razor in it and it had a strop, which I still have in there. And it was originally gold plated, but this one, basically all the gold is wore off of it before I even got it. It was a well-worn razor. Still shaved great, at least it did last time I used it, so we're going to hope that keeps up. So the VC2 here is one of the ones that has to have the blade cut out, so I'm using a Feather SE blade. This should be a brand new one I'm putting in. And you open it up there on the end of the, right here, there's a little button to push. And when you push that little button, it swings open, like, you know, so. And then it's got the tabs here that fit in with the blade cut out. So let's open up our blade. Make sure that we got the not sharp end to hold on to if you try to grab it on the sharp side. I've seen pictures. I have never actually yet really hurt myself with one of these blades, but I have seen pictures. And then you simply put the blade in so that it lines up with the tabs. Turn it over and get it in the right way, and it'll line up with the tabs once the blade's in there nice and flat. And then you bring the top over and line everything up, which I don't have it lined up because when I went to close it everything moved. So let me do it down here where I can actually see so that I don't end up with one of those cut fingers we were talking about. And then you snap everything back in place with the little safety, the little holder thing comes over. It all bends over the front, and we push the lever in the back to bring the guard up. And this is, of course, an open comb. And then what we're going to do is we're going to do the old check to make sure, and this is very important on these old razors. We're going to make sure that when we close it, everything came up tight, and the blade stops have everything covered up where we're not going to be scratching our face, because if the corner of the blade is not behind the blade stops. Now there's a phone call coming in, so hopefully the phone don't kick off. Why did it kick off the other day? It's not kicking off now. I'll get back with you. My cub calling. What can I say? I sent a text saying, hey, I'm fixing to shave. So, of course, I get phone calls. Anyway, here we go. Another sip of coffee. Now, I worked day shift yesterday and then night shift tonight. So, I've had an actual 24 hours from the time I got off to the time I got to go back. So, I've got a good day's growth there going on. A little more, actually, because I shaved before I went to work. So, probably a day and a half. Almost 2 days of growth going on there. And that's going to be nice for the Valet auto strop to work on. And we'll wipe everything off with our nice warm damp rag. And this right here, just to point it out, if you don't make sure you got those blade tips covered because you had your contacts on and you didn't put your reading glasses on when you went to check it and you're old and you need reading glasses, that's what the scratch looks like when you miss. All right. You would have got to see that in a video if the camera would have recorded all the way through. And I guess I could have finished the shave up and then spliced the two together and edited everything. But I don't edit videos. I just call it a technical difficulty and we'll do it again sometimes. All right. I don't know why I don't use this shave stick more, other than the fact that, I don't think you can really find these with the tallow base much anymore. So I've been kind of saving them. This is a very nice shave stick. I noticed the scent is not as strong as I remember it used to be when it was new. It was, kind of like Arco-wise with the scent as far as strong went. Scent has nothing to do with performance. That doesn't mean you can't enjoy a good scent. Alright, so that's probably actually more than I need. Very light scent. It used to have a heavier scent, but it's a nice, what I call a barbershop-y scent. I don't know how you compare scents to other scents and all that kind of good stuff. Mostly I don't have any scents. But anyway. What I do have is really good coffee. So of course there's no need to soak a synthetic brush, so we're just going to dip the ends there into the water. This synthetic knot is a little, I've used it a couple times, and it could definitely be a favorite. It's really, really nice. It doesn't have as much backbone as some of the others. It's a little more on the floppy side. But as you can see, that's not an issue. We're going to take it and work this up. Like we need a tad much more water. And there we go. Looky there. Going to be nice. So in one of the other videos, I was telling a story that the other morning, really early, I had to be at work at like 5, so I left early. That's 0500 in the morning. So I was over at the neighborhood Walmart over here. And they have an issue around here that early in the mornings, the only thing they want to open is the self-checkouts. Fuzzy don't do self-checkout. I'm paying the same amount of money whether I check them out myself or somebody else, and I want somebody else to check out my groceries. It's called customer service. People don't understand customer service, and all these youngins around here. I live right next to LSU. Literally, I can throw a rock and hit the campus. All these youngins around here don't care about customer service. Most of them, anyway. So you get up there in the morning, and all they got open is self-serve. And the young man sitting up there playing on his phone, and I walk up and say, do y'all have a register open? And he nods over towards the self-serve. Left everything I had and walked out. They ain't gonna put it back up. Don't do that. And I tell you, it's bad that you can't go. Alright, be sure when you start that you make sure that lever's up tight and everything's lined up. If you lay the razor down, you could bump the lever, whatever, and it won't be tight, and that's not a good thing at all. Shaving with these is just like shaving with any other razor, angle and pressure. And it is not a difficult shave at all as far as the angle goes. The Valet auto strops, not only do they look cool, I mean really look, they got gears on the side and they got the lever and they got all this stuff on them. Not only do they look cool, but they shave great. They're not real expensive. The problem with them sometimes, or really probably all the times, is getting blades. The feather blades are still made in Japan, and they have the cutouts that work. I think there is a model or so that these cutouts won't work on. I've heard of. I don't have one. I've never seen it. But some of them you have to have the blade with the cutouts. Now some of the earlier models, you don't have to have the cutouts. You can take a regular gym blade, take the spine off of it, clip the corners off of it, and it will work just fine. There's a lot of videos on how to do that, and there's a lot of different thoughts on how to do that. It's not complicated. You don't have to be a rocket scientist. You know, you don't. It's really not hard to do. You don't have to go and cut your fingers all up and all this kind of good stuff. It really doesn't matter. Now, one good video that shows how to do it, if you go to YouTube and you look up gym cutlery, that's my buddy Dave. He did a video on how to modify a blade, and he used a pair of vintage snips to do it, if I recall. I don't have vintage stuff, so yeah, there's another phone call coming in. Yeah, the phone doesn't work. Great. I don't know who's calling from Los Angeles, California, but whoever you are, probably trying to sell me something. I don't want none. I don't need none. And I couldn't afford it if I did. So you can go to voicemail and I'll ignore you there too. But anyway, gym cutlery. And he shows you how to clip it. Now I'm going to do a video. First time I use a razor that can use one of those blades, I'll do it. I can't remember if I've done a video on that before. If I have done it, I'll do another one. It don't take but a few minutes to do. And we'll get one of the older models out and we'll put a modified blade in it. And that does make it easier to get blades, because you can still find the gym blades. But these actual feather blades, you have to order from Japan, usually. That's when they're made. They're not cheap, and they're really only good for a couple of shaves. They die fast. Actually, usually they're pretty harsh on the first shave. This one hadn't been too bad, but this has always been a nice razor. Alright, so we'll come across here, continuing our across the grain. As you'll notice, there's no hoodoo, no voodoo. It's just a routine shave using a Valet. And it's really not complicated. They're open comb. The VC4 is the closed comb, and it's got a little bit different, it's got to have the blade cutouts also, but it's got a little bit different loading system. Okay, I told you I was shaving. Another phone call. You'll have to wait. But it's got the little side tabs loaded. After I think I got the curse of the VC4 broke where it won't mess up my filming, I'll do another video with it and I'll show you what I'm talking about. And I think I've got a VC1 packed away. And we'll get a shave with it because it's one of the ones can use a modified blade. And we'll probably finish all this up with the Auto Strop A1. And if I get my A2 back in, I may use that, but it seems to be on permanent loan to Texas. I'm just saying. Seems to be living in Texas now. It's probably got its own little hat, its little rope. It's out hustling cattle or something like that on one of its own permanent loan to Texas. Okay. All right, here we go. We're going to dry it off here. This has got to be a record. I've gotten 2 phone calls and 2 texts during a video. Usually I don't get quite that many, but it's got to be a record or something. All right, well, now I'll get back to books when I get through shaving. It's shaving, people. Don't interrupt. All right, so that shave feels pretty good. I do notice, however, when you put the witch hazel on, one thing to me is I think I can feel better where I need to clean up than if I'm putting another lighter pass on or whatever like that. So for some reason, and I did this the other day, you may remember, both my jaw lines are not usually where I like them. I guess I was talking too much and wasn't paying enough attention. But anyway, we always get down in front of the ear. So now let's come down and get this jawline. We're going to pull it up where we're on a flat surface. All we got to do. And we're going to stretch the skin up over here. Good skin stretching. You can bring this curve of the jawline up. And we're going to come under here. clean up under here where we always do. See what the goatee feels like. We did a pretty good job with the goatee to start with. Come around over here and make sure we got it good. So there we go. Auto Strop VC2. They call this the $1 million razor. And yeah, like I said, new Valet Auto Strop gold plated, the $1 million razor. Improved Valet razors, selected leather strop, 10 Valet blades. Special price was $1. $1. And this one, like I said, still got the strop in there. Strop is actually in pretty good shape. It's not, I guess it would probably need to be oiled and everything for it to be usable, so it's not really usable. But it is in good shape. So there we go. The Erasmic. I like it. I haven't tried one of the new stuff. I guess I need to get one now that I'm talking about it. I need to look it up and see if I can find one. If you're from the UK, you're watching this, hey, let me know about it. Did they reformulate it? Is it any good? Where do I find a good one? Yeah, maybe that can work out too. But anyway, I've got everything dried off, and let's have a look here. Look how good we did. We got us a nice shave going on. And like I said, we're going to finish up with the classic vanilla, which is a favorite of mine. Now, if you like pairing your aftershave with a cologne, I don't give a rat's, really. Don't matter to me. But if you like doing that, I have found before that if I had some Canoe cologne and I put it on a little while after I had the classic vanilla on, that it seemed to be popular with the folks that paid attention to how good I smelled, or how good I didn't smell, however you want to look at that. So maybe that's something you could think about if you're one of those that likes to pair things up. Maybe that right there will work for you. Well, all right, well look, it's been great spending some time here, getting a good shave in for tonight. And we're going to hustle up and get ready for work. And I've got a couple things to drop in the post office on the way out. And we'll see if we make it today or if I've got to wait for in the morning. We're going to try for today, though, because I was supposed to send them out about a week ago. But whatever. I'm not that good on time scales. All right, y'all have a great day. I'm going to go get ready for work. Stay warm if you're cold. Stay cold if you're warm. And stay dry all the way around. Y'all have a nice day. Happy shaves to you.